Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Aleksey, I'm from ProArt Inc. And now I am situated in the Albania, this European country. I came here with my wife to film this beautiful place. And now this is the first day, actually it's second day. Yesterday I arrived here, and this car that we took on booking.com, it's cost about 450 United States dollars, and plus insurance, all covered, all glasses, about 160. Let's see this car. Go inside. This is our stuff. Maybe we can sleep here. We'll see. We have a tent because we're planning to go to the mountains to take some trails, hikes, and we need to leave this car and go about 20-30 miles to the hikes, and we will live in the tent with my wife. I don't know about this hotel, but we take apartment here. Look at these nice flowers. It smells very good. Let's go inside. I very like this room because it's very big, it's huge. Nice bed, couch, TV table, what we also need. Let's check the kitchen. Nice small kitchen for $30, very good. And check this bathroom. Very clean and comfortable. I'm going to one beautiful lake. Soon we will see how it's beautiful or not. It's nearby Tirana city, the capital of the Albania. You can see how I'm filming the road. We have this LCD screen, and while we are driving, on the top there is a GoPro camera. It's powered by this power inverter. Here it is, 400 watts inverter, and I have HDMI cable connecting to the LCD screen. Views are good, I like it. The surface of the road is very bad, but the views, mountains, I like them. Pretty nice. I came to Vadilla Lake. It's 15 kilometers nearby Tirana, capital of Albania. Lake is very nice, very beautiful color of the water. I will make some drone fly. As you can see, it's cloudy and very windy. It will be maybe storm, but I will try. I will try to come back on this drone. The wind very strong when I will go back, so I need to fly very low. It's some kind of dam there. I like this place, very beautiful. And also we filmed very nice road driving here. On this lens, on this gimbal, I have ND polarized filter, It's ND8, and I have only one this filter, ND8, and it's enough for me. And my settings will be white balance, sunny. I shooting in D-Log, 30 frames per second, and shutter speed I will make maybe 1/200. No, even I can make less. And I need to find satellites. Now I have 14th, so I can make home point, return, home point, return home point. Okay.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
And also I want to format my flash card. And I'm ready to go. Okay, let's fly.
Take off. Please check it on the map.
I'm going to have some wash in this lake. Looks very clean, but these local people keep this place very dirty. A lot of trash. Today we finished our first working day. We filmed very nice material, this beautiful lake. I like it very much. Very nice from the air. I have good time lapses. Nice shots from the Blackmagic cinema camera, and we decided to stay at night at this place in this tent nearby the car. There is nobody, and it's legal to stay here, so good night. Now we came to the Rodon Peninsula. It's a very beautiful place. I took Blackmagic camera, my wife filming me on GH5. This is our backup camera and for time lapses and for our blog. It's always interesting how we shooting our video, how we living there in comments. So that's why we're doing these videos. Usually I carry very big tripod, but as I said, we will have some hikes, so I tried to take this one smallest, and it's very easy. I used to go with that huge. I filmed it in Croatia, in Turkey, in Iceland, and it was high, very hard. Now it's easy. Now it's the middle of July. It's hot here, about 32-35 degrees by Celsius, above zero. I like it. Actually, we have in Ukraine the same temperature in this time of summer, and we feel comfortable, pretty nice. Now you can see this part of peninsula, Rodon. I'm standing on some engineering for war. I don't know how in English the name of this engineering construction, but I think it's made on the Second World War or Cold War, I don't know. Just look guys what we have found on our way to the corner of this peninsula. Somebody is going to make a barbecue or some nice romantic dinner. Just look at this tent. There is a bed there. This peninsula is very popular because a lot of people doing weddings here and filming video clips, music videos. Let's check. Very interesting. Looks beautiful. Hello? It will be romantic. You're filming some video or it's just for yourself? Okay, thank you. I came to the corner. There is a nice view. I will work here, will film and will drone. Oh, I see, the water is very clear. It will be nice from the air. And also guys, it's a very nice sound of these insects. I like it too. I think it's a very beautiful spot. Let's film it. Behind me, the sharp edge of this Rodon Peninsula, and there is some tower, some fort. Looks like very old, ancient. I will find some information about it later. I already filmed nice drone shots, and now doing my job with this Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K and my favorite lens 12-100. It's very useful lens, very wide focal length. And also I at first time using this huge microphone, it's Rode X, and the sound should be very cool because I'm using this XLR input. Look guys, what beautiful place we have found. Very nice lake, very clear. It's a nice reflection of the mountains in these waters. Maybe we will stay at night here if we will be very lucky. And look at this setup for GoPro. Here is magnetic holder. He's very hard mounting on the roof. And this cable HDMI, and this one is power cable. It is 6 morning. We spend the night at this spot. What a beautiful place. There is our car. Nobody is here. We were just alone. I very like to sleep in the tents because the fresh air is much better than in cities. This is my tent. It's a Quechua brand from Decathlon. I very like this tent. It's very cheap, about $30, 33, 35, and it's a very reliable tent. Not very heavy, about 2.5 kilos. Actually, it's heavy for hiking, for trekking, but this price, I very like it, this price. So this tent is very cool. I sleep on this thing, this carpet. It's with air, very wide, and you can sleep on these rocks and they will not bother you. And it's ultra light, ultra compact. You can place in this pocket and carry with you on the trails. Very nice thing. My wife is filming on her phone this beautiful view to share with our family, our kids. We have 2 kids in Ukraine. They are waiting for us. We stopped here on this bank of the Rodon, and I flew on my drone, and these friends come here to me to have some cucumbers. Very nice cows. Good, gomata. Oi. Don't be scary. Take. Okay, it is his or her mother. Good cow. We already passed 1,000, almost 1,000 kilometers in Albania roads, and now we're going to the north. We are almost in the Albanian Alps, very close, and from the road I saw this beautiful river. The water is super clean and super cold. And look, these children. Покажи машину. Look, this guy wanted to pass. Actually, this Mercedes-Benz is super popular, very popular in this country. Almost 17% of all cars are Mercedes-Benz. So about this river. The river is super cold, and look at these happy children. Wow! It's great. I will try too. I will not jump maybe, but I will swim. I think the water is about 10, maybe 15 degrees by Celsius. Local children having fun from this village. I don't know what they're doing here, these flies. There are so many. Very strange. Good morning, guys. Now we entered yesterday the Albanian Alps, and we spent night in this tent, in this place. It was a very cold night because I think it was 10, and now also it's 10 above 0, 10 degrees by Celsius. The cover of the tent is wet from the inside. It's condensed water, and as you can see, the sun is licking only peaks, and we are in the shadow, very high mountains. We are about 1 kilometer and 100 meters above the sea level. We are in village Cherem. We entered yesterday, and the local guy said that apartments will be cost about $25 per person. So we decided to stay at night here in the open air, and all night some creatures walked around, and they a little bit bother us. Today we are going to hike 15 kilometers in one way, and we will go without tent. We will film, and it will be 30 kilometers at all. I hope we will reach this distance for one day without staying at night on the trail. We are on the trail already, and now I want to show you this herb. This herb in Russia called Ivan chai. Ivan, like the name Ivan, and chai, it means tea. It was a very popular herb before English tea and Chinese tea appeared in Russia. In ancient Russia, old Russia, in Kievska Rus territory, this herb people drunk like a tea, and it's very good for health because modern scientists proved that this herb can even cure a cancer. So if you have this herb in your area, you need to collect it, these leaves, and boil it with hot water. Before you should dry them, and you can drink like a simple tea, but it will be without caffeine, like black tea and green tea has. And it will be cure your body, and it's very beautiful. Flowers don't need to collect, just only leaves. That's all. Hello guys, we are now nearby border of Albania to Montenegro, and we met a very interesting person. She is from Holland. Her name is
Josina.
Josina, what are you doing here?
Well, I'm actually on holiday, so I took 4 weeks off, or actually I work as a teacher, so I have all summer off. And then quite last minute I decided to go to Albania to be in the nature here.
Are you often traveling?
Not so often, maybe once every 2 years, so for a bit longer trip. Yeah, then I like to go by myself. So.
Have you found Albania?
Yeah, I like it very much. So this is my first week, and people are super nice, and the food is really delicious, really nice. Aubergine, and yeah, in the nature is really amazing. Yeah.
You're teacher of which subject?
Well, I teach to students. They're like between 18 and 25 years old, so they're studying social work. You know what it is?
Yeah, they are adult people already, yeah?
Yeah.
What is the difference between Albania and Holland? Maybe like economical, or maybe people, social?
Yeah, what I've seen this first week is that Albania is, well, the places I visit so far, it's very traditional still. So, but I've been in the mountains, so a very small village, and the people live with their families, and they have a family business together. And I think in the Netherlands, yeah, it's very individual. I live in a big city in Amsterdam, and yeah, I don't go so often to my parents, maybe every month or once every 2 months. So here people are much more connected with their family. I think that's really a good thing. And life is a bit more simple here. We are very ambitious in the Netherlands. We always want to grow, and I think this is good.
Okay, you can say hello to Amsterdam, to your family.
Well, hello Amsterdam. I will send them this YouTube video.
Okay, let's go to Montenegro.
Yes, it's just a few meters, I think.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Now we are one more time in Albania. We crossed the border from Montenegro, and it's appeared some barn house, some small village. There are maybe 2 or 3 houses, and these ladies are living here. Thank you. Don't worry. So here is very big white coach, pretty comfortable. I think it's a lot of mosquitoes here at night. Very simple living, high thinking. Hello.
Hello.
Dobar dan.
Dobar dan.
cow looks very wealthy because they are living in this beautiful place. There are a lot of grass, and we drove in Albania roads and we saw not so wealthy cows. They were very thin and looks very hungry. Here is they live in summer season, and in winter they going down to the village, and people having a lot of milk and a lot of milk products like cheese and other things. Hello friends, we are in the middle of Albania. It's evening, we are looking for a place to stay at night with a tent. Nice river here, and look who is here. It's a small turtle. Actually it's not very small, it's a middle-sized. Let's make friends with her, or with he, I don't know. Look at her strong arms. We saw a lot of turtles in the Albania, especially in the roads, on the roads, and they were dead because of cars. And this one looks pretty happy because he is living on the almost wild nature. So let her go. I don't know, maybe she want to go to the river. Okay, I will put it in the same place that we found her. She is pretty fast for a turtle. Goodbye, turtle. Hello friends, now we are situated in the Logara National Park, yes?
Yeah.
And near me is a ranger, it's his name is Ronaldo. And yesterday when we came here, this nice guy, he met us and he gave to us even free dinner, and he is very kind, like other people in Albania. So, hi Ronaldo.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you for your yesterday.
Don't worry about this. You enjoyed?
Yes.
Of course. You enjoyed hiking?
Yes, we were hiking today, and it was about maybe 5 miles hiking. You will see, yeah, it's very beautiful, nice nature here, and
It's easy.
it's easy.
Yeah. It's not
We
danger.
we didn't make that loop. We just walk in the forest and back.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And what you do here? What is your job?
My job is a ranger, for example, but it's not really high ranger. Let's say we are for emergency things. If some people he lost in the mountain, and we go to save him, and we are ranger also for people he make fire. We go first in fire, and we show the trail. We doing like local guide, and what can I say more?
Why don't you have uniform?
Because for a moment it's holidays today.
Oh.
His holiday is for Muslim days today, and we don't have jobs today.
Yeah. Yesterday we had a very nice time. You have a horse.
Yeah, I have a horse, and we have a horse. The governments, let's say, we have a horse here at the park. We have horse to doing the hiking and to travel, and to walk with tourists to take the bags inside. And
Yesterday we were tried to ride that horse, and it was very fun. It was my second time in my life, and for my wife it was first time. It was very nice. And I know you are selling honey on the road.
We're selling honey. Not me example, but this national park have good honey here. Have good food for the bee, good flower for the bees. Special here.
It's like your own business, yeah?
Yeah, all in business. Second.
Yeah. And we can see some honeybees, how you transport them and where you park, yeah?
Yeah. We can see. Why not?
Okay, Rolando, what you can say about this interesting
The first
walk?
I want to say, you are allergic?
No.
Okay, good luck. Okay, I can say it's not very interesting. Have bee everywhere in the world, but this national park have typical honey. It's from the pine, and it's black honey. It's from the trees, pine trees. It's the black honey, and it's typical. It's curative. It's good for cancer, and it's good for heart.
It's like cure.
Yeah, like cure. And we have also the royal queen milk.
Sorry?
Royal queen milk.
Understand.
You know, right?
Yeah.
We have
It's
also
from
interesting.
bee
The bee is good, and what can I say? More than this, the bee is life.
How many these bee houses are here?
I have
Which
16.
one?
16, yeah. And I doing this machine to take it to go another place when we have another flower and another point. We love the bee. You can try to have it in home.
We in Ukraine we very often eat honey. It's very nice product, very healthy. And how often you need to remove this car in a new place?
6 months. Maybe have good years, good nature. If we have a clean nature, I not can go. I can stay all year here.
Even here on the nearby the road.
Yeah, the nearby the road.
Is it problem mobile phones and these satellites?
Yeah, it's really problem. It's radio towers and satellites. It's a really problem. And also have some thing else. The cannabis is also not good for the bee.
Bees doesn't like marijuana, cannabis.
Yeah, it doesn't like marijuana.
Okay, what about if the bees can fly away, and about these satellites and mobile phones, they cannot go back, yeah?
Yeah,
Is it
they
true?
not can go. It's sure.
And how much liters of the honey you can collect?
We can collect for, like in the July, we can collect for one box of the bee 10 kilo.
From one house?
Yeah, from one box of the bee.
10 kilo for 1 year?
No, for maybe two time in the years.
2 time in a year. Yeah, it's nice.
And the bee have the queen, have the bee here perfection like the governments, let's say. Have the queen, have the soldier, have everything, have the cluster, hunter. I want to say you to taste, to see how honey make it here in this park national. I want to show you to taste the honey.
Okay,
I will show you.
Let's try. We have this container.
Yeah,
Let's go closer.
This is a pine honey, and I don't have spoon here because in Albanian they say honey, and the wife touch it like a hand. You can taste like this. Maybe it's your.
Okay, I washed my hands before. Oh, interesting. It's hot.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, very
And
sweet.
I will bring this for you.
Wow, very nice. Thank you very much. As you see, these people in Albania very friendly.
Thank you. Also, you in Ukraine.
Yeah.
And I will give her respect to people to taste and to come here in National Park if you like it. I think it's good. I hear it's good.
Okay, so guys, we should to come here and meet with my friend Ronaldo. and to see these places by your own eyes.
It's not only for place, it's for funny also to see, to meet people, to be like Albanian people here, to say the same, like brother, like friendly.
And this honey tastes like pines.
Yeah, it's only from pine. He take it the bee, he take it the pollens from the pine.
Good. It's very healthy product. Okay, thank you.
Взяли надувной матрас, чтобы поправить вещи.
So we are keeping to discover Albania, and often in our ways we meeting very nice people, open-hearted, and here it is. I want to introduce you Zamir. He's a local person. He is educated and intelligent person, and I want to ask him some questions about Albania. Zamir, Albania to Ukrainian people it's a very new destination, tourism destination, and especially for people from USA. And it's a great country with beautiful nature, and it's not expensive. And how do you find to live in this country?
First of all, thank you very much for coming to Albania, and you are really welcome here.
Thank you.
And yes, for Ukrainian people, maybe it is a country, a new country that they had never discovered before, or maybe some of the Ukrainian guys have visited, but only maybe Tirana and Durrës and the biggest cities of Albania. But here we are in Skrapar, and this is a small city.
Skrapar?
Yes, the name of the zone is called Skrapar. It is made of two main cities. One is Chernavoda, and the other one it is called Polichan. This city was built around 70 years before, but the zone was called Skrapar. Is the main name of this zone. Chernavoda, as you might understand, it means black water.
On Russian.
Maybe it's on Russian, maybe it's in Serbian, I'm not pretty sure, but I think it's on Russian, because in the early years, 1950, we had good relationship with USSR, and a lot of technicians, maybe military technicians, came here and they decided to build some bases, some military bases, and by visiting the country they discovered some places where the water was black, and maybe they called those places with their language, and the locals back then didn't understand very well the meaning because they didn't speak very well Russian maybe, and They just put the name of the city as they used to call it, the Russian used to call it. And this is why now this city is called Choravoda. But it's a misspeaking of Russian language called Cherna Voda.
Black water it means
Yes.
in Russian. Yeah.
Yes, I know.
And who is this small gentleman?
Yeah, this small gentleman is the son of my sister, my nephew, and he likes to be very walking. He likes to walk. He likes to drink fruit juice, but he doesn't understand what I'm talking about, and he is a little bit upset with me. Because if I say to him, please behave, he will not do it.
Maybe we should order him ice cream.
I don't think they sell ice cream here, but maybe I will buy it later.
Okay. So Zamir, I want to ask you, what is your occupation? What you doing in your life?
Yes, I am a programmer in my daily. I do programming. I work for foreign companies. Right now we are working for a company in United States, based in the United States, and we are building some public key infrastructure, it is called. So basically I'm a software engineer.
Okay. And while we're driving with my wife, we saw very many comfortable, big and expensive houses on our way, and even in deep mountains. And they are so nice, and I can conclude that in Ukraine people live in much simple conditions. But in the cities we saw a lot of ugly big buildings with flats, and they look very poor. I saw people collecting even wood for heating, and they have tanks of water outside of building. And I like misunderstanding, is it rich to live in your country or not? I don't know.
Good catch. You have a good eye. Yes, it is true. Before 30 years ago, when we were under communism, everybody was in the same level of living. So there were no rich people and poor people. Everybody has his own home given by the state, and when you got married, you can apply for a flat, and they will give you a flat if you are getting married. I think it must be the same even in the other countries as well on the East Europe. After the 90s, a lot of people emigrated to the other countries. Maybe some of them went to Greece, other people went to Italy, mostly to Greece and to Italy, because to go to Greece it was very simple for us. You can climb the mountain and you can get there. Maybe you have to walk for 5 or 6 days, but still you can get it. And other people went to Italy by boat, so they worked there and they got some money. And with those money they decided to build the homes into maybe even villages. But the fact that they built those homes into the villages doesn't make all of them rich people. Usually we have this mentality that if you have a good home, you will be safer for building a family. And that's why, because we were very poor in the past, now we are everybody putting his money to buy a home. And this is a kind of investment that we believe it is good for our future. And you are very right that in some cities you have to see some big buildings with ugly flats.
Yeah, like Ukraine. Similar.
Maybe those buildings, yes, they were in the Soviet, like the Soviet era buildings, and they were built before 19th. So this is the reason why we still have those buildings. They were built by the workers, and this is the reason why we still have them.
It doesn't has this a heating, or why they collecting wood?
They are collecting wood mostly in the villages because they don't have always the heating system made from methane gas or GPL gas. This is the reason why they collect wood, because they have a place to fire, and this is the reason.
Even in flats, they have these places to fire here?
No, in flats, no. They don't have these places to fire, but they have some, I don't know the name.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oven in basement, no?
No. We don't have that kind of infrastructure built in our buildings, but we have some, we call it soba, and you put some wood on that. It's kind of heating machine. You put some wood on that, and you please behave, and you put the fire on it. That is the reason why maybe they are collecting wood.
And what problem with water also?
This is a good question. Albania has a lot of water, but we are not good collectors of. We don't collect water properly in our cities. This is the reason why we do not have water for 24 hours per day. We have water only maybe 5 hours per day, split it into three times, in the morning, in the middle of the day, and in the evening. And this is the reason why there are some big tanks in up of the building, in the top of the building, in the roofs, and they use this water in order to get a shower or to do some washing clothes and things like that.
What is the middle salary of Albanians people, and how much government pay to retired people?
Okay, this is a good question. The average salary, it's really a little bit difficult to say because there are not official numbers, and sometimes even the official numbers are really differing from what is the real number in the reality. But the official number for the lowest salary as a worker, it is 26,000 lek. It is around $220 or 220 euros, I guess. And this is the lowest salary per law. Usually they don't respect this law. They kind of make some tricky movements in order to pay you less in some small cities. I know it's not legal, but they used to do it. Usually a waiter gets even less those money, but we used to give tips for the waiters here. Around 20% of our bill is going to tips, and this is the reason why they get more money at the end of the month. But it is not the same for other workers. They get only that salary and they don't get tips. And by average, I would say the salary goes to 250 euros, 270 euros, maybe 300 in some companies, but not much more. And this is not equal for people who has an education. Basically, if you are a good engineer or if you are a good doctor, you will get more. A good engineer could get even more than 1,000 euros per month here. And this is a big difference from a worker. If you are an engineer and you are specialized in building something, you will get more money, especially in the IT technology. Yeah.
Understand. And with these fashionable buildings, we see a lot of nice cars, very expensive cars. I think they are from maybe Europe, German, and most of them are Mercedes-Benz. So why this brand, and why it's so popular here?
Okay, Yes, Mercedes-Benz is one of our favorite cars, not because it is beautiful and expensive, but it's more reliable than every other car. We had this, we believe that if you go to some countries or to some villages which are far away from off-roads in some cases, the only machine that will be reliable as well would be either a Mercedes, a Toyota, or a Honda. And Toyota and Honda are very good cars as well, but they are from Japan, and we are far away from Japan to get some other pieces if we need it. But Mercedes is from Germany, and we are very close to that country if we need some other pieces. This is the reason why we buy always good cars from Germany. Maybe they are not new cars, they have maybe 10 years of living, but we still prefer buying those cars, German cars.
Why this steering wheel, right-sided steering wheel cars are present here?
Yes, not all the cars have it, but some of them have it because they were bought into United Kingdom, and they have the steering wheel on the other side, on the right side, not on the left side. A lot of people go there, and as far as I understood, I've never been to United Kingdom, but to Luton, but it is the price is lower than Germany. For some reasons, I don't know why, the price is lower than Germany, and they buy the car there and they get it here. They pay some taxes to the government, but they don't use to switch the steering wheel to the other side because it's a little bit expensive and you have to go to some specialized mechanical center.
Thank you. What about a criminal in your country? Is it safe to travel?
As far as I know, it is safe, but we had a couple of cases, maybe 5 years ago. There are some isolated cases which maybe you will face even into even the other countries as well, and people which thought that the tourist might have some money and might have some expensive stuff, they will attack them, but they were isolated and the police managed to caught them.
Maybe in the capital, in Tirana, is a more criminal situation than when we saw on the hikes, people are just walking, like that lady when we met from Holland. She's just alone, walking, and she's safe.
Nobody will harass you anywhere. 99.9% you will be safe. But there will be maybe one case in 1,000 times that maybe you will be seen by somebody which thinks that you might have some money, and it happens, but till now I have never faced something like that, even myself or the other persons which I used to know. So they are all they think they are safe. I don't know how to say. I never saw something like that.
We many times leave our car in abandoned places, and the windows, these glasses, still unbroken, and our stuff was untouched. So it's nice.
Yes, I don't think somebody will go to your car to steal something. Those cases were sometimes from sick people. I do remember that case from a couple from Czech Republic. They had an off-road car, and a sick person. He was sick. He thought to grab that car, and he has a weapon. I do remember that case, and he was basically released from this hospital, and he did this thing, but the police caught him right away and they put it to jail. But this was an isolated case, and yeah, still might happen, but you know, this is something that.
Oh, is it true that you don't have a McDonald's here in Albania and you don't have a genetically modified food?
This is a tough question. I don't think we don't have McDonald's. We have it in Tirana, I guess. But to be sure, OGM,
yes.
they say that we don't have it. But a lot of food, it is imported from the other countries. Maybe from Brazil, from Argentina. And I'm not pretty sure that this is not OGM as well.
Maybe it's only about your own products, like maybe cheese.
For our own products, we don't have OGM yet, but maybe in the future they will introduce them as well.
Like this coconut shop, it's Italian shop?
It is an Italian, yes.
And in Italian it's allowed, these products, I think. And
in Italy, I don't know the laws about OGM. I'm not pretty sure about it, but as far as I know, the Connaught was one of the best shops for buying food, and those has opened the same shops here in Albania. Maybe not in this city, but in Tirana, Durrës, Vlora, and in the big cities you will see some Connaught shops.
Okay. Also, we saw many bunkers. Why they are so many?
Okay, because this country was invaded before from German forces and Italian forces during World War II, and we had this feeling that we will be attacked again in a possible war. So we were prepared for war, basically. And how to say, what they used to believe back then was that if you build a lot of bunkers, you will have much more possibility to survive against a possible attack from the outside. Personally, I don't have too much military experience, and I cannot say for sure it was a good choice or not. But this was the politics back then, and the workers used to build a lot of bunkers, and this was the choice of our political leaders.
Okay, we talk about this Chorna Voda names of the cities, like in Russian, Slovenic, and what is the history of the Albanian nationality of people?
Okay. Well, this is a good question, and it will take me a lot to explain. Maybe I'm not even the right person for historical questions, but in the Balkan Peninsula, maybe 1,000 years before or 1,500 years before, it was called More. And after that, it was called Peloponnese, and after that, right now, it is called Balkan. Well, historically, in this Balkan Peninsula, there were some Illyrian kingdoms, or we call it like tribus. They used to speak our current language, and Illyr in Albanian means free, means free man or free people. And those people back then were with small kingdoms. They used to make a lot of trade with each other, and after some centuries, the Ottoman Empire came and occupied these lands. Before the Ottoman Empire, actually, it was the Romanian Empire. They used to make trade from the west to the east, and into this country it was the Egnatia Road. So they used to go to the east by passing to Albania, to North Macedonia, maybe through Bulgaria and Turkey. And these these countries maybe were their, how to say, preferred countries to occupy, and because they wanted to have the control of the road. And it was divided back then into West Empire and East Empire. The West was Roma and the East was Byzantine. Mostly the people were Christians, and the Christians of this country, maybe there were Catholics and Orthodox, but in the south you will see more Orthodox Christians. In the north you will see more Catholics, Orthodox, and this was till the Ottoman Empire came in, and they used to occupy this land, and they used to govern us for 500 years. During those years, a lot of things happened. So mostly 70% of the inhabitants were not forced, but somehow were pushed to be Muslims, and 70% of those people were converted to Islam, and the other 30%, I guess, I don't know about the correct numbers of percentage, but they remained as they were Christians. Maybe they paid a small fee to the Ottoman Empire, but still could be Christians. And this was till the Balkan Wars, I guess, when some countries declared war to the Ottoman Empire. It was Bulgarian people, some Greek people, Greece, and Serbia. They declared war to Ottoman Empire. They won the war because they were backed up from other countries as well, and they won the war. And back then the Ottoman Empire was split down. Some of the lands which were occupied from the Ottoman Empire were split to the winners, which were Greece, Serbia, Bulgaria, and some of those lands are still now under those countries, and we have only 1/3 of the land that were before inhabited by ethnic Albanians. So right now you will see some other lands maybe to north of the Greece, other land which has some Albanians is to the North Macedonian. You will see Albanians as well there, in the south of Montenegro and in Kosovo. They are still Albanians which speak our language. A lot of events has happened as well. We had our national hero called Gjergj Kastrioti, and he was called Skanderbeg in the Turkish language. For the it's like Alexander, you know, they called Alexander Skander in their language, and he was maybe a general of that Ottoman Empire, because he was raised there and educated with military education, and he betrayed somehow the Ottoman Empire. He came here, he made war to them. For 25 years, I guess, he was independent. He used to fight for the Christianity of our land, or maybe even to be free from Ottoman Empire, but at the end of the day he died, he lost, and the Ottoman Empire was still strong, and they still occupied this land. A lot of Albanians back then went to Italy, and for 500 years they are still speaking Albanian language. Maybe it's a little bit old, that language, but we can still understand each other.
Interesting. What about Russian?
Russian, okay. My parents studied Russian when they were at school, because we had this good relationship with USSR.
But before this Chorna Voda, it's appeared before this name.
No, I don't think it is before this name. I think it is after the Second World War, when it's a little bit fresher, because this city wasn't during the Second War. The name of the old zone was called Skrapar, and here it wasn't these buildings that you will see right now. This is a fresh city. It was built mainly because it was believed that this zone was hardly it was hard to occupy from maybe a military invasion. And when some Russian technicians maybe, or I'm not sure, maybe even Yugoslavian technicians came here and they visited this place, they found some black water in some part of the land, and they called it black water. And I think they has done some design of some bunkers as well in this area, because under the city you will have still some bunkers. If you go to the trottoir, maybe trottoir is still Russian, I guess. Under the trottoir there are bunkers.
Wow.
Yes. So this city was designed for maybe to defend us from a possible invasion. And there are mainly two cities. One is Polichan. It had a place when you will build weapons and ammos. And this city was usually to have some bunkers, and we had some small factories in order to build prefabricated homes. This was mainly the purpose of the city. And it was around 5,000 to 6,000 inhabitants, I guess.
Okay, maybe this historical and war questions is not very popular. So let me ask you some funny question about how you saying yes and how you waving your head no. It's different than all others the world. So yes, how you waving yes.
In Albanian it will be like this way, yes.
Different.
It is the opposite of the other countries. I guess even the Greeks have the same.
Yeah.
I guess, but I'm not sure.
Or Bulgarian.
Or Bulgarian as well.
Yes. And no, you mean like this, yeah? No.
No.
So it was a little bit embarrassed for us to. We're asking about the road. We're asking how to get there. We are going in the right direction, and they say no, no.
Yes.
And we not understand.
Okay, but I think you will see this in some other countries as well.
Interesting. Okay, and what about the young generation? They, like in all over the world, sitting in these mobile phones, in computer games, or maybe they play games like football or natural spending time without these gadgets, all the same, like everywhere.
It is, I think it is everywhere the same. My generation used to play a lot of soccer and a lot of natural games, because back then we didn't have too much electronic games. But right now, his generation, he likes to play electronic games, and I don't like it, to be honest, because I don't think it is good game for children. But it's very hard for us to make them play in the nature. This is the main reason why I get my nephew and I show him the river, and I like to teach him some swimming as well, but he doesn't like too much.
What about adult people? For example, after school, they are dreaming to leave the country and work in some like United Kingdom or in German, or they wanted to be like engineer in Albania?
This is a good question. To be honest, the salaries here are not very high, and this is and even the country doesn't give you too much. This is the reason why a lot of young people, when they finish the school, in parallel they are studying German or English as well. English for us it's a little bit easier because we start studying it when we are around 10 years old, even before. But German is a little bit more harder than English, and they study it maybe when are a little bit older. So everybody here, if you ask them, they will say yes, I would like to go and work in Germany or in Sweden or in United Kingdom as well,
because even maybe United States,
or even maybe United States. But it is a little bit harder to go into those countries because you need a visa and a permit of staying there. So they will not give you a visa if you are not very good educated, or maybe if you don't do some work which is needed into their country.
Albania is not a member of Euro Union, but you can drive there without visa.
Yes, we have some special permissions. We can go there with our passports and we can stay for 19 days, 3 months. But we are not allowed to work. We are just tourists. And even though a lot of people used to find some jobs and they get a contract, a job contract, they get a job contract and they apply for a visa, and maybe they will go there.
The same situation. He wants to money.
Yeah, he was his mother.
So we, I think, finished. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.